Right now, I'm gonna lay out the top level strategy that you can use to become a content creator in 2024. But I wanna be clear that this video is not for influencers who wanna do silly TikTok dances or vlogs to try and get some brand deals. Because to be really honest, I don't care what type of matcha you had this morning instead of a real cup of coffee, or what the latest background music trend is, which will guarantee that every post will go viral in 2024. And if you are looking for that information, sorry, this is not the place for you. Now that the children have left the building, let's get into the real business of building a sustainable online business as a content creator in 2024. And what I'm going to be laying out is the strategy that I use to become a 7-figure content creator. Now, trust me, that still sounds funny to say even myself, the fact that I am a 7-figure content creator, because I started this content creation journey only 2 years ago with the goal of creating an extra couple of $1,000s a month to supplement our income. And I had a sort of a 10-year strategy where it would allow me to build up a sustainable income, but all of that was sidetracked because our business grew really, really fast using the strategy which I'm about to share with you. But as I said, the biggest thing for me was that I was just amazed at how well this strategy can really skyrocket your income from where we started this just to earn a couple of $1,000s a month to where now I'm a 7-figure content creator and I've even got this badge to prove it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to start with the top level strategy of how you can become your own 6 or 7-figure content creator. But what I want to stress is that this is just the first video in an 8-part free teaching that I'm going to be giving on YouTube, which is called Become a Content Creator. And if you want to make sure that you don't miss any of these videos when they are released, make sure that you not only subscribe, but you turn on that notification bell so you know exactly every time I release a new teaching video on how you can also become a 6 or 7-figure content creator in 2024. And if you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to be answering some really honest questions one of my students has sent through, and it's really going to delve into some of the pain points that really hold people back from starting this journey. But before we get to that, where I want to start is I really want to map out the whole strategy of how you can become a content creator that is also building a profitable business. But one thing I do want to stress is that the strategy which I'm about to share with you is ideal for anyone who has a skill set that they want to teach other people. Now, and that is not limited to 1 or 2 things. That could be in thousands and thousands of different niches. For example, this strategy would work for coaches, and that's anything from life coaches to health and fitness coaches to public speaking coaches. The list is endless. It also works for professional educators. So that's anyone who's teaching a business or a profit-making skill. Anything from sales to appointment setting and closing, copywriting, web development, or even something like I did in my first brand, which was teaching people how to manage Google Ads campaigns. And it even includes hobby niches. And this is one of those things that is often forgotten, but the hobby niche is a really big niche. And that could be where you're teaching people anything from fishing through to learning how to play guitar. And many people underestimate the power that is in those hobby-based niches. But I know for me, who's just taken on some new hobbies, that you're willing to spend lots and lots of money on courses on learning how to do things. So it doesn't only have to be professional, it can also be for those hobby niches. All right, so with all of that said, let's now jump into a screen share because as promised, I want to lay out the top level strategy of how to become a profitable content creator. And the top level strategy is actually only 3 steps. And these are the 3 steps that you need to follow in order to create your 6 or 7-figure brand as a content creator. And the first thing is that you need to obviously create content in order to build an audience. Now, I'll be going through the different types of content that you can create throughout the series, but spoiler alert, I am recommending that you focus on YouTube and you're really looking at creating content that's somewhere around that 8 to 20 minute mark. And throughout this playlist, I will dive into extra information about why that is. But for now, what I want to stress is the reason why you want to focus on long form content is because that is the easiest content that allows us to get this next important step, which is that you want to be having lead magnets in every piece of content in order to build your database. Now, if you're unsure what a lead magnet is, a lead magnet is an opportunity where you invite people who are watching your YouTube videos to download some extra teaching of yours. This could be anything from an ebook through to a teaching guide, whatever the case may be for your business, but it's all about you giving away a highly valuable teaching tool in exchange for collecting someone's email, and that's how you build your database. So the first step is that you're creating content to build an audience. The next step is that you have lead magnets in every piece of content to build your database, because this is then how you monetize your audience with this final step, in that you sell your courses, communities, and coaching to that database. As we go through this whole teaching series, that's the 3 steps that I want you to learn, is that it's all about creating content, then building a database, and then selling your products and your services to that database. And that's the key 3-step process that I really want you to understand in this video, is that the way that you create a sustainable income as a content creator so that you're not relying on brand deals where you're always having to reach out and negotiate for brand deals. What you're wanting to do is you're wanting to create content that invites people to download a lead magnet, and then because they do that, they join your database, and that's what allows you to sell your digital products or your coaching programs, whatever the situation would be. That's the simple 3-step strategy that allows you to monetize your content. And on that last point of creating your own courses or your different communities, whatever the situation would be, is that if you want extra help to know the step-by-step process on how to create your own course, especially if it's your first course, what I want you to do is I want you to follow that link in the description below, because that will give you access to my course creation checklist. And this is a checklist which I've collated to really lay out all of the individual steps that you need to complete to take your course from an initial idea to recording that course, but completing that course, and then finally also uploading that course so you can start to generate some sales. And if you get access to everything there, all you need to do is to follow that link in the description below. So I've already laid out the 3-step process and how you can become a content creator who is actually monetized and gets paid and is building a business. But what I want to do right now is I want to answer 2 questions that one of my students sent me through. And the reason for why this is so important is because I know that these concerns or pain points that this student gave are things that I felt myself, and I know that they are a big reason for why a lot of people don't step into this amazing realm of content creation. And the first question was this, and it's simply asking, do I actually have anything of value to say? And then the student went on to say, especially if you don't have an audience, because it's okay for your friends and family to say that you've got valuable teaching, but what about people who don't know me? And look, what I want to say right now is that this is a very, very real concern. I know for me in my own journey, I launched my first videos for my first brand, which is all about teaching people how to manage Google Ads campaigns. I launched that at the start of 2022. But I had an idea for starting a YouTube channel and a training course back in 2018. So it took me pretty much 4 years in order to build up the confidence. And a lot of the reason for that is because I struggled with this, in that, I didn't have an audience. I wasn't a public speaker before. I didn't have a large LinkedIn following. I didn't have large social media profiles. I didn't even have a blog. I had none of those points to point to say that people agree with what I'm saying. But what I've learned through this process, and right now at the time of launching this video, I have the largest Google Ads only teaching channel on YouTube. But because I have that largest channel, does that mean that I'm the best person at Google Ads in the world? And quite simply, no, it doesn't mean that at all. And that's what I think holds people back, is because they have the wrong focus, and they think that if you're going to start teaching on a certain subject, that you have to be the absolute best person, the most highly qualified, the most skilled in that area in order to teach. But I've actually found out that that is so far away from the truth, because what you want to actually be focusing on, the focus isn't are you the best at a certain thing, is are you willing to help people in order to teach them what you know. And that's where I've really put the focus on for my channels, is that my pure focus is I've got no interest in trying to prove that I'm the smartest in the room about a certain topic. I've got no interest in proving that I'm the best at a certain skill. But what I'm passionate about is helping people. And that was the key catalyst that really got me across the line in order to start creating my own content, because I really went into it and go, if this content only helps 10 people or 100 people or whatever that number would be, I would be happy with that, because at least I was helping some extra people. And if you walk into this journey as a content creator with the real desire to help people, rather than trying to prove how smart you are or that you're the best at something, you don't need to worry about whether you're the absolute best. So for me, when it comes back, do I have anything of value to say, especially if you've only got some friends or family members or some clients or some people that you've taught? It may only be a small circle who see value in what you do. But if you've got that small circle, even if it is friends and family, hopefully you at least know that you can communicate what you do and take them through the process. So my recommendation to you there is to really just focus on getting into this journey of content creation in order to help more people. And the lead on question that this student had was just saying, what about the cringe factor? The fact that they hate their voice, they hate the way they look when they speak. And I also get this as well. And I'm yet to come across a content creator who loves the way that they sound all of the time. Also as well, when I look back at my first YouTube videos, I have the biggest cringe moments just because on how bad they were. But what amazes me about that is that even on those early videos, which I thought were really, really low quality, and I've released so many more better videos since then, I still get people who resonate with that early content. So I do really understand that it can be a really big step in order to take that step to really step out and, even if you hate your own voice and you hate the way that you present, the reality is that you're going to be your harshest critic. So what I would say to that is just start and really put a focus on getting better every single video. So every time you release a video, as hard as it is, watch it back and really look to make it a little bit better the next time. Just remembering here, we're not trying to chase perfection. All we're wanting to do is we're wanting to have a video that people can watch so the audio quality is okay. Your voice doesn't sound too annoying. You can always work on those things, but the biggest thing is to just start, not be too worried because you are likely to be your most harshest critic. So thank you for joining me. My name is Aaron Young from 7-Figure Coaching. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here. Make sure you remember to follow that link in the description below to get access to my course creation checklist. And also remember that this video is the first in that 8-part teaching series, taking you through everything you need to know to become your own content creator in 2024. And if you want to make sure that you never miss a new video, make sure you not only subscribe, but turn on that notification bell. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video of this content creation playlist right here. See ya.